Chapter 5. Overactive Imagination. Lacey sat up straight and gasped. "Where am I?" Darkness pulled around her. She blinked to try to see in the dim light. Spots of red glowed nearby. She scrambled back, getting her feet caught in the covers. Covers? She realized. Lacey's eyes finally adjusted. She saw she was in her room, in bed, under the covers. The clock read 5:30. Lacey stumbled out of bed and opened up her curtains. Evening light poured in. Rubbing her eyes, Lacey tried to remember how she had gotten home. "I followed that girl," she thought, "and walked into the forest." She shivered. Then, other Lacey had appeared, but Lacey couldn't remember a thing after that. She looked down. Mud caked the bottom of her leggings. 2 leaves stuck to her top. She picked them off and watched them float to the floor. She really needed to talk to her dads. Lacey went downstairs, smelling dinner and hearing her dads move around in the kitchen. It all felt so normal that it made her even more confused. As she reached the last step, she recognized the smell. It was lasagna. Her dads were making her favorite meal. Then Lacey saw why. A geometry test was sitting on the dining table with a bright red 100% scrawled across the top. Lacey picked it up. The handwriting looked exactly like hers, but she definitely hadn't taken this test. She rubbed her eyes again. She hoped it would make all the weirdness go away. Dad looked up from the kitchen counter. "There she is," he said. "The reformed geometry genius." Pop smiled as he poured water into glasses. "We thought a celebration meal was in order." He wrapped Lacey in a hug. "I know I've already said this a bunch, but you seem to want to hear it more and more.
But you seem to want to hear it more and
more, so I'll say it again. We are so proud of you." Before she could stop herself, Lacey started crying. The hug felt so good. The reason for it did not. "What's the matter, sweetie?" Pops asked, stepping back. Lacey swallowed down the tears. "How did I get home?" she asked. At the counter, Dad furrowed his eyebrows. "What do you mean? I assume you walked from school like always. You came in, told us about trying marching band again, and showed us the test. Then you went to your room to take a nap." "But that's not right. I was in the forest," Lacey said. "And then I was in bed." Pops laughed a little. "We talked to you, sweetie. Are you feeling okay?" Lacey shook her head. She wasn't okay. She felt like she was going crazy. "Have you noticed anything off about me?" she asked. Dad plopped some lettuce into a bowl and laughed too. "Nope. You're our Lacey, acting like herself again, like you were before you turned into a teenager and decided everything was dumb. You're back to your old, sweet, motivated self." Lacey felt like crying again. She didn't even know who she was anymore. Maybe overly tired, though, added Pops. "You needed that nap, you poor thing." Lacey bit her lip. Could I have imagined everything? She wondered. I mean, someone impersonating me, but making my life better. That doesn't make any sense. Maybe she was overtired. Maybe she had just wandered into the forest and made up other Lacey. She smiled weakly. "Yeah, I am a little tired," she agreed. Dad took the salad bowl to the table just as the oven timer dinged. "Well," Why don't you have some lasagna, and then you can go right up to bed? Lacey nodded and sat down. She ate quietly, listening to her dads talk about their days. Little by little, she relaxed. Her shoulders eased.
Their days, little by little, she relaxed. Her shoulders
Eased down from her ears, her stomach unclenched. Of course, she had been imagining all of it. The stress of getting in trouble must have done a number on her. After dinner and watching goofy TV with her dads, Lacey went to her room. She yawned as she climbed the stairs. That nap earlier must not have done anything except give her weird dreams.
Done anything except to give her weird dreams.
She switched on her bedside lamp and put on her pajamas. She grabbed the covers off the floor to pull them back onto the bed. Then she stopped. There on her pillow sat a card with her name on it. The leaves from before rested on top. With a shaking hand, Lacey picked up the card. She opened it and read, "Have fun while you can. I'll be taking over soon." It was signed Lacey. The signature was written exactly as Lacey wrote her own.